The growth bits with an incredibly precise grenade drop.
All right. We are live. Here, let me send out the notification for everyone because I know there's a few people that need it. Where's that? There we go. And we are live. All right. There we go. I know, we're back. I'm trying to pull it up. So we are back. We are live. We got things rolling again. We're gonna move that out of the way. But we're back here live, doing the lives for this month as of right now. On Wednesdays, we'll see how things go for the coming months and how my work schedule works out. And yeah, I'm here now. It is kind of warm in here, but oh well. We're here. We're gonna get the live started, and we're gonna pour some whiskey here in just a moment. I'm gonna give it probably a minute or two before I pour it because I want to kind of take a second to do it because I've been waiting all night for it. But oh well. Where are we at? There we go. Gotta make sure everything's up. All right, cool, perfect. Actually, I just want to pour it now. I'm tired of waiting. Get a nice ring out of that. I don't expect that many people to join in today's live just because kind of last minute, not last minute. Is more of last minute as in I didn't post this that the live was going to be up until about 8 hours ago and not really tell anyone. I just want to know how the people that want to watch it, that are going to watch it, are going to be here. And that's kind of like a surprise impromptu stream. I probably should have done last Friday's video as I'm going to be having my live streams at this time and kind of just notifying people and telling them. However, I didn't. And we're here now. And also, fun fact. 1 second, pull it up. Yeah, we're at 401 subscribers. So we are 900, or not 900. We are 99 subscribers away from kind of going. I don't know what I wanted to do at 500. I remember I talked about it on what my plans are. I remember one of them I said I was going to kind of take things a little more seriously. And one of them I was going to start Patreon or something like that. I do not remember which one I decided. However, maybe I will decide it tonight. I don't know. I'll think about it, kind of go with it and find out what I want to do with this channel. How I want to move forward. Because right now I am at a room for whiskey. But oh well. But at 500 subscribers, I feel like I want to do something. I don't know if I want to do Patreon or I want to step up my game of what I do here on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know yet. I need to think about that. That's a good thing I should probably worry about. Because it is coming up. May happen in a couple months. It may happen, I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm starting my streams again. I don't know if that's going to help the algorithm kind of pick up. Is right now I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing how things work out. Yeah, so I made this video. And it's hot. It's only like 119. Yeah, no, that is like a fireball. Yeah, no, that is hot. That's a lot hotter than I remember. Probably because this was yeah. But where was I? As I let it sit, the longer it sits in the glass, so like 2 hours or like an hour and a half, maybe like an hour. I can't remember how long I let it sit for. I poured some and let it sit for probably anywhere between an hour to 2 hours, somewhere in that range. I remember I let it sit. Probably had like a half ounce, maybe a little less than that. Poured in the glass, let it sit there for a while, and it really opened up. So that is it got a lot better. lot more palatable. It's great, but it's just very heat. So yeah, welcome everyone. It shows we got 5 people here here so far. I want to say thank you for joining, and go and hit that like button. Do all that kind of cool stuff, because we are here to have a good time and kind of figure out what I got going on. As you can tell, I'm doing my streams now again on Wednesday. This is going to continue for the rest of the month unless something comes up. My brother and sister-in-law are having a child here soon. The due date's on like the Friday the 13th. However, it is like Mother Nature. Things kind of happen when they need to happen. And so if that things start to happen, and I may not be able to do the stream, but it just depends. The current climate, we may not be able to be there anyways. So we'll kind of put it up in the air and kind of see where things go, if you know what I mean. But yes, as of right now, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the go-to time on when I plan to do this for now on. So it is going to be pretty simple, like as you guys know. But yeah, it's going to come out here and hang out, do our thing, and have a good time, because isn't that what this is all about? No? This is what I do all this for, is have a good time and give me an excuse to buy more whiskey. Yeah. Also really excited. I remember I did the video on Silky, or the legendary dark Silky. Yeah, it's right there. Did a video on the legendary dark Silky. I did get the regular legendary Silky, which is the blue label, or which I believe is like the bottom tier, or their low, like their entry level spirit, or whiskey. I mean, not spirit. Their entry level bottling. Right there at the bottom. And yeah, got that one. Very excited about that. I'm gonna open that pretty soon. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining in. I know. Well, what's going on? I know it's been a while since I've been on live, but thank you for joining in. I want to appreciate for you coming in here. Yeah, it is kind of warm in here. So give me a second. I'm going to turn on the fan real quick. That's going to suck in air from the outside. So give me one moment. Or it's going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to open up the door to allow the air to flow through here so it cool down a little bit. Alexa, turn on house fan. All right. Let me know if that is a little too loud. If you guys can hear that. It is kind of like on the other side of the house. But if you guys hear like a white noise, kind of like a big house fan, literally what it is, it's just sucks all the air out of the house, or sucks air into the house and pulls out through the attic, or what you call an attic in this size of house, because the attic is probably about like a 10-inch to 12-inch crawl space, because there's no physical attic on the second story here, like attic sections. But why I'm talking about the architecture of the house right now, but there is no attic room. But I turned on my house fan. That's what I did. But welcome, guys. I'm trying to remember. Gosh. But here we are. What was I talking about? We're talking about, okay, I want to go back to what I want to do with my 500 subscribers once we get to that point, because right now I'm at 401. It's still on my phone. When I hit 500 subscribers, I want to start doing stuff with other channels. I think that's what I want to do. Is I kind of want to take it more seriously. I don't want to do anything like Patreon just yet. I don't think I have a core of a fan base that would really appeal to that. That's how I kind of feel. I feel right now that I just don't feel like having a Patreon would really appeal to my subscriber base, if that makes sense. You kind of get my drift. I don't know. I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Is I just don't feel having a Patreon just yet is the best option. Maybe do that at 1,000 subscribers. I think that's a more appropriate time to do that. Because at 500, I should really take this a lot more seriously. If I'm not taking it any more seriously right now. Because this gives me an excuse to do everything I got doing here. Or everything I got going on here. That's the best way to put it. Is this just gives me an excuse to buy more whiskey, to drink more whiskey, and to do some cool stuff. And coming up, I'm going to a Elijah Craig tasting and event kind of thing. Like we're going to make our own blend. We're going to do a kind of cool stuff like that. I don't know exactly what's going to go on. Like I think we're going to taste like 5 or 6 different whiskeys, or 5 different bottlings of Elijah Craig. I don't know. We're probably just going to try small batch rye, maybe a barrel proof of some sorts, and maybe try. Well, supposedly there's going to be 8, 9, 10, or no, there's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12-year stuff, and we're going to make our own blend. I don't know if they're going to be just samples of single barrel proof picks that we're just going to blend as a group and make our own thing. I know we get to take home 100 milliliters of our own blend, or the blend we make. I don't know exactly. Let me just tell you, I'm going to be head to toe in Elijah Craig merch because it's me. No one would expect any less from me is actually true. So we're going to get the show on the road. What should we do to get things started? I am drinking this maple finish Nulu, which is actually pretty phenomenal. It's a lot better than when I first initially cracked it open, which is a good thing. And so I made the video was a fresh crack, and it's still kind of hot, but I still feel it needs to have some time. So I poured probably like 3 or 4 times since I've opened this bottle. So I want it to go down. Yes, this style of bottle, like I want it to, it's past the neck or the shoulders of the bottle, like the neck's here, and this is like the shoulder of the bottle, I guess you say. I want to get down a little further to allow it to oxidize and start doing its more thing. But yeah, I want to get down further on the shoulder to let it oxidize and kind of round out and get a little more softer, if you know what I mean. Uh-oh. Oops. Did we go? Uh-oh. That scared me for a second. We're still live. Okay, good. I literally clicked the screen and everything, like all my pages disappeared. But for some reason I clicked it and then like it shot down to the side. But are you going to be doing any more barrel picks in the future with Cypress? As foreseeable future, yes. I'm pretty sure we're going to do another Elijah Craig. From my sources, from Heaven Hill, that there are going to be rye picks and there's going to be barrel proof ryes available here pretty soon. So keep that in mind. I'm excited for those. When those start to roll out, I am definitely going to be on board. I do buy Elijah Craig, and I'm not going to complain about that. Welcome, Steve. Thank you for joining. But yes, he did mention some options that I can do picks with, but I want to be very selective on what I want to do. I don't want to just say, oh yeah, give me the samples, I'll do a barrel pick. I want to do something that's a little more affordable. This barrel pick that I just did with Elijah Craig barrel proof, single barrel proof, it was a straight up, I thought it was going to be the bottle itself and going to be about $80 to $90. Ended up being a bundle, which came with a 1.75 of Evan Williams Black Label and a 1783. Is it 1783? Yes, 1783. Evan Williams. Got the bottle right there. Well, that's a 750, but they had a 1.75 liter bundle with that. So keeping that in mind. I was kind of like blindsided with that, if you know what I mean. I didn't know that was going on, and I kind of understand. But yeah, like I'm fine with it being the bundle. I just didn't know it was gonna be bundled. That's just where I was at. When I showed up to do the stamps on it, I found that out. Okay. But yes, we will do picks here soon. I do not know what I want to do next, but definitely doing another Elijah Craig. So I love your Elijah Craig picks. So excited to try your future picks. Thank you. Thank you, brother. No problem. Glad you enjoyed it. But yeah, definitely I plan to do another Elijah Craig pick. I hope I get to do another Elijah Craig pick because I love Elijah Craig. So there's that. What was I forgetting? Yeah, no, I'll do another pick. I just something else came up. I was in there the other day. The rep was in there, and they gave them a try of another store's pick and said, "Oh, we can get you sample this." It's a Sazerac product line, but it's not the big. It's some other craft distillery that they picked up or they purchased recently, and now they're doing single barrel store picks through Sazerac. So that's that. Can't remember the name. It was good. It wasn't something I was going to put my name on. I don't know. Maybe try the samples and like, oh man, this is phenomenal, and put my seal of approval on it. But as of right now, doing another Elijah Craig pick. That ain't coming probably till next year, but unless something else comes up, I would like to do some other picks. I don't know. I would love to do a larceny pick, but those aren't really happening anymore. Definitely do a cat's eye pick. That is one of the picks I want to do. I need to talk to Gene directly and then organize that because I want to do either a port finish or a KBBS finish for a pick of mine. I would love to fly out there and try it and then do that all with him and Gene and John from Cat's Eye. I would love to do that. That's honestly, that should be, I should really just send a message to Gene and say, hey, I want to do a store pick with Cypress Craft Beer. I would like to fly out there, try some stuff, decide on what's available and what you guys can do for me. I love just fresh dump barrels. That's a fresh dump port or a fresh dump KBBS barrel or like a honey barrel, a cider. That's the one thing I always wanted, a cider finished whiskey. So I do have the Virginia Distilling Co.'s cider cash finish Highland. It's a blend of Highland and Virginia single malt. I would love to have a cider cask finished whiskey, like a bourbon, or a bourbon finished in a cider cask. That's Gene. I'm going to send him a message either tonight. Actually, right now it's 11:18 at night, so I'm not going to send him a message. But tomorrow, I'll send him a message saying, hey, I would love to do a store pick with you guys, or a single barrel store pick. And I'd like it to be a very limited quantity, not just because I don't want to have something that's going to have like 200 or 300 bottles. I want to have a pick that is in the 30 to 50 bottle range. I have it's the very first Cat's Eye I ever bought, and it's my favorite one by far. Like nothing can, like the KBS are really good, and the other wine finishes are phenomenal, but the very first one I bought, which is is it a light whiskey? Oh yeah, no, it's a light whiskey finished in a fresh dump port barrel. It's just phenomenal, and I think it's only like 56 bottles. Here, let me grab it because I really want to pour some of it. Yes, this is it. Making sure I got too many bottles of Cat's Eye. So this is my favorite bottle. This is like one of my first videos I did in this room. I got the number right. So I did the video one. I think it's like the second or third video I did standing up in this room. But this is a light whiskey. It's a 14-year-old used charred oak barrels, and it's out of 56 bottles. And it was finished in port wine barrels supplied by Madison County Vineyard. And I bought this, and this was phenomenal. I would love to do something smaller. There was 150 or 160 bottles for that barrel proof pick. A lot more bottles than we're supposed to receive. I think that's because someone made a mistake. Not gonna. I've already talked about that. But I would love to do a fresh dump. Like, I don't want to have the full, like, so I would love to take maybe it's like some of the whiskey that they use for the so like when they do the Nasty blend, they're gonna have stuff on the side that I would love to play with and do some cool finish stuff. The KBS Cat's Eyes are special, just not sure if there are more to come. I believe so. They are going to be coming out periodically. I did talk to Gene. Like when the last one came out, I said, "Hey, like, are these going to be like a regular thing, or what's the plan with this stuff?" And he says, "Yeah, no, they're." It didn't sound like a steady supply, but it just sounded like, "Yeah, no, we're going to be having these." So I would love to do a pick of a KBBS. I do have like 3. No, like I can look over here real quick. That's KBBS. So I got 4 different KBBS finished Cat's Eyes. So I have a bourbon. A whiskey, light whiskey, a bourbon, and all that. So I've got 2 light whiskeys, 1 bourbon, and 1 whiskey. So yeah, phenomenal stuff. I would honestly want to be like the first to do the cider cask. I need to talk to Gene about that. Kind of mad that the Bourbon Junkies did a pick with them before I did. But I think Gene's a very big Bourbon Junkies fan. So that's kind of why. Kind of like, hey, we got this stuff. And Cat's Eye does some phenomenal stuff. I haven't had one bad bottle from them. I'm going to pour this stuff now because I can't wait any longer because this is phenomenal. I've been working on this bottle. I got another bottle of this stuff. I think I got 2, actually. I don't remember. I got to look at my spreadsheet. This is my problem. I got too much stuff. I probably have like 3 cases of Cat's Eye in the other room. There we go. But this is my favorite of all time. So this one is a 14-year-old light whiskey. It's number 14 56. I know I have number 13 in the other room, and I think I have 15. Yeah, no, I got 13, 14, 15. I physically pulled those bottles out. So this is the light whiskey. It was distilled on December 21st, 2006. Can't say 2020 because it's a little easier to say, but 2006 is a lot easier to say. MGP light whiskey at 64.6 alcohol by volume. But some phenomenal stuff right here that is in this glass. Because if you ever walked up and actually held this glass up to the light, there's a lot of floating sediment in this. And it's phenomenal. Man, this stuff's just good. The port, it's not like overpowering, but it just slaps you in the face. Like, gives you like a nice backhand. Great, nice oils. Just coats the palate nicely. And it's just a great experience. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to do any like crazy thing. Because right now I got a small group right now that follow me. And that are just here to be my subscribers. What I do is when they want to buy that bottle, I'm just going to make them, if they're not a subscriber and they want to buy the bottle, I'm going to make sure they subscribe. and then hang out with me on the stream. Sound about right? I think that sounds fair. Is if there's only like 56 bottles, that's what I want to have happen. And if people, just cracked my ankle. And if people really want to have it, I will definitely get it to them. That's not an issue. Like there's I probably sent out probably about 5 different bottles to around the country to people to allow them to have my Elijah Craig pick. So I have 2 different hazmat titaniums. Have not yet opened them. Which ones do you have? Kind of curious. Do you have the 27 years, or do you have some of the other hazmats that are out there? But I love to do a smaller run of Cat's Eye. Not like this big 250 something bottles. I'm subscribed. Count me in. Oh man, no, thanks. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. Helps out a lot. Share it with people. Do that kind of cool, good stuff. But yeah, no, I want to do a small, I don't know, batch or just a single barrel. Or just do a limited run. Just do a single barrel and only bottle like 50 to 75 bottles. I'll buy them all. I'll buy them all directly from Gene, get them shipped, get them to me, and then that I can distribute them as needed. And that I feel like that'd be the best way to do it. Because honestly, I'll probably keep a whole case to myself, which if you know Cat's Eye, they do the 6 bottle cases. So, and I'll probably do this bottle or the tall bottle. I think I'll probably just do the tall bottle because it kind of stores better. Because running out of space is kind of an issue. So yeah, let me know which Cat's Eyes do you have? Which hazmats do you have? Do you have the 27-year hazmat? Which one do you have? And it's a maple. The roller coaster ride you get from the Cat's Eye. The heat, the port is phenomenal. Hazmat, I have a 13 and a 14 year. If you are near Cypress, you're near Cypress Crappier, right? Kind of figured since you're in the area. I would recommend picking up the 27-year that's there. I know it is pricey. It is jet fuel, but after you get like acclimated to it, it drinks a lot easier than what it is. It's 147 proof. So take that with a grain of salt. But it is phenomenal. I'm subscribed. I support your sales. Well, thank you. I know. I'll get all I want to do a small run. Maybe Gene will do that. Maybe do like 75 bottles and I'll buy them all and have them shipped here. I'll fly out there, do the pick at the distillery itself, or discuss the finish and go about that. What's up, Cheech? Thank you for joining in. I saw I know I haven't been live in a while. Thanks for joining in. I really need to so Cheech, just so that you know, I'm gonna be doing lives every Wednesday at this time, or at 8 Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight's time. Is that right? Pacific, whatever it is. But I'm gonna be doing that from now on. Every Wednesday. I have a 27-year, 151 Obtainium. Wait, is that right? Hold on. What is the one I have? I thought mine was the highest, 27-year. Now I need to pull mine up. Gosh. It's going to be a competition on who's got the biggest proof. You know what I'm saying? 27-year. Where's that? Oh, mine's 157.6. Yeah, I got the bigger stick. Sorry, Cheech, I had to do that too. Yeah, no, I got the 27. That's the highest one of the 8 barrels that they released. So I was like, wait, hold on, did they do another batch? I know they did like 21 or 22 year light whiskeys. But yes. I heard there is less older light whiskey than previous, more in the NDP such as rye have joined in the hunt. Yeah, no, let's just say Canada, which produce pretty much all of the light whiskey besides MGP. MGP, yes, is a large part, but some of the higher age statement, older light whiskey does come from Canada. So if you didn't know that, it's actually Canadian light whiskey. It's not actually MGP light whiskey because I don't think they hold light whiskey that long. Maybe they do, but majority is, and also it's consolidated. So what they do is, let's just say this is barrel number one. Let it age. They take two of them, and they combine them. Donald just showed up here. He can probably tell you a little bit more about this, but you take this one, you take the first barrel, let it age, gets about halfway, take two barrels that are both at halfway, you consolidate them into one barrel to kind of help them out and do their process. But yes, the 27 years are a Canadian light whiskey. But yes, stock is low. MGP is holding a lot more back. They're bottling a lot of their own stuff as well, but not much light whiskey. But it's a hard uphill battle for a lot of people right now. Welcome. I'll have to look. I might have another one that's the same proof as yours. Unfortunately, my tannins are in storage. Well, if you have the same proof as mine, I know my local store did buy the whole entire barrel, unless a few of them fell at the back of the truck, which I know that some of them got shipped to the wrong place. So you may have gotten that one. But ours has, well, I didn't do the store pick. They did the store pick. They have like a, here, I gotta grab it now because we're talking about light whiskey, or we're talking about Cat's Eye. Is this it? Nope, that's 13 hazmat. I, for some reason, don't have the sticker on it. I think I have stickers in the other room, but it doesn't matter. I know I have a box of that pick in the other room that has stickers in it, so it's probably just all in there. I just haven't put the stickers on there. Good evening, Donald. Welcome. Just finished up work. Hopefully work is going fine and dandy for you. Did you finish the books yet? Good to see you all. Everyone's just saying hi to Donald because Donald is the man. He is the Irish Whiskey Yoda and the man from up above. All right, so here's Donald with some Canadian whiskey is consolidated during aging of the corn compounds. You are correct, sir. Thank you. I just know they do that with a lot of their older stuff. So that's why that 27 years still had like 300 to 200 something bottles left. Cool. Have you tried anything Found North? Nicely aged blend at barrel proof. No, I have not heard of Found North. So let me tell you, I do have a YouTube channel. I do have an Instagram. I do go on the internet quite often. Actually, quite a lot, to be honest. I don't. What's the best way to put this? If it's not available around me and I don't hear about it or someone posts about it, or I don't really venture much on Instagram besides I watch some stories, and majority of my time is not spent on my whiskey one. It's on my personal page, which is John.Dimity. Yeah, who cares? If you want to find that, it's attached anyways. If someone brings it up or someone posts a video and it kind of pops up, to be honest, I do not watch that many whiskey YouTubers. I do watch their content. I see what they post and I see what's going on, but I do not like religiously watch them. Okay. I do turn on their live streams if I'm sitting here working on other work, or got something that if I got the time and their live stream's going on, I pull it up and I watch. I don't really interact. But most of the time when stuff kind of pops up, all these new bottlings or new stuff that's out there, I will check it out if I can. I'll try to see where I can get them, but I am not jumping head over heel to buy a lot of the stuff. But I have not seen or heard of Found North. Is it like a smaller distillery? Is that bear proof? But let me tell you, my collection of Canadian whiskey evolves around, well, bottled in Canada by a Canadian company besides my Cat's Eye. And I'm sure there's some other stuff here that source some Canadian stuff, which I've actually heard Black Box is kind of Canadian whiskey. But I got Crown Royal and Alberta Premium Barrel Proof, the actual batch that actually won for some reason from Bill Murray, whatever the wannabe whiskey Bible dude. Actually, that's kind of a disgrace to Bill Murray because Bill Murray is a legend. But no, I have not heard of Found North. I'd like to try it. I just found out that my local Total Wine did get in some Shelter Point. I'm kind of excited about that because I've always wanted Shelter Point. Wasn't available in the States from what I was able to find. And someone sent me a picture. I don't really browse the Canadian whiskey because, let's be honest, Total Wine doesn't get the newest and like craziest stuff ever. However, they did get Shelter Point. Really excited about that because they do have the glass corks. And that was like the first time I've seen one. Like, oh, that's a clear glass cork. That's awesome. And yeah, that's that. So let's move on. Are you drinking anything tonight, Cheech? Are you? What do you got in your glass? I'd love to know. You need to try Canadian 4-grain blend. Each grain is distilled and aged separately, then blended at the end. Good with 4th grain blend is good one to try. Yes, I know. I've seen that. I haven't bought it. I'll take your recommendation on that, and I'll get it at some point. All right. Which Shelter Point? So, Donald, I'm going to listen to you, and now I'm going to pull up my Total Wine app and tell you which one it is, because you can probably tell me it says, do not waste your money on this. However, I may still end up buying it because it's got the clear glass cork. Because I want to have Shelter Point and I want to have all the whiskey or all thy whiskey, which means I want to at some point have every bottle of everything in my whiskey library. So this is the Shelter Point Artisanal Single Malt Canadian Whiskey. It is that one with, oh, there we go, at $82. Donald, I cannot zoom in. Oh, it's got a nice maple leaf on the bottom of it. You Canadians are fancy, aren't you? Yeah, no, that is not going to work. Yeah, so it's a Canadian single malt. Whiskey has a very nice spice and good barrel sweetness, fruit notes, and don't want to read all that. Comes at 92 proof. So, keep that in mind. All right, so Donald, 4 notes is a blend from separate grains whiskey sourced in Canada. Ontario sourced, right? You're asking the right guy because I don't have that answer. But yeah, Donald, is that a good one to pick up? That's $82. Yeah. That's something to get. That's the basic Shelter Point. It's pretty good stuff. A little young, but they are just 10 years old. Okay, so that's like, for $82, that's their entry level. Is that price right? For the entry stuff? Or is it just, a lot of stuff is expensive? Or probably you're just paying for the glass cork, right? That probably sounds about right. Going back to the Nulu Maple Barrel Finish. Is got the Canadian here. We're drinking maple barrel finished whiskey. Phenomenal stuff, by the way. And also, when I was reading it, it says finished in maple barrels. So I kind of got curious, and no one gave me the proper answer. I found that when there's two ways you can age maple in barrels. There's maple as it comes out of the sap, as it directly comes out of the tree, very watery, very like when you make maple syrup, it is very not dehydrated. It is dehydrated. Whatever you want to call it. It's boiled down so the water content goes very low. So is it aged as it's got that high water content, aged in the barrel so that it goes down to a lower water content? Just brain thinking here. Donald, you may have an answer to this. When they age maple in a barrel, is it the liquid stuff, the very liquidy as it comes out of the tree? Or is it the watered, not watered down, evaporated maple syrup as you know maple syrup as maple syrup? You may have the answer for that. But yeah, I couldn't find the direct answer for that. I'm thinking it's maybe as sap as it comes out of the tree, but comes 100% wrong. Don't know. I found people that were aging maple syrup as it is completely, I want to say dehydrated, but evaporated down to the consistency of maple syrup. They're aging in barrels like that. And I found people that were taking the sap right out of the trees, let it age, and then they were boiling it down or evaporating it down to more concentrated like maple syrup, as you know. I couldn't find the correct answer. Donald, do you have that for me? You're Canadian, right? You know the answers. You're Canadian. You just know everything, right? Oh, yeah. Phenomenal. Take a torch, blow out. You have some nice flames coming out of there. Yes, that's the basic entry stuff. Okay. It is a high rye blend between 18 and 20 words. Could only confirm Canada. Are you talking about the 4 grain? Either method. It depends on who's producing it and what they are doing. Got it. But I'd like to know about the barrel. I honestly, it is not as mapley like maple syrup as I expected. It does have those characteristics, but it is definitely not what I expected. As I thought it would be pure sugar if it was a complete or what is the term? Evaporated. It's evaporated down to like maple syrup, thick maple syrup, as you picture maple syrup as maple syrup. But I think it is as it comes out of the tree, and that's or the realm I think it kind of sits. But I'd love to know what that one is. I think it's as it comes out of the tree a little bit. However, I know that I've had samples of whiskey that were finished in honey barrels, where literally they stored honey in a barrel for a while, let that do its thing. Then they threw whiskey to it, and literally you tried it and feel like you're gonna have you had all that sugar in there, and let's just say you could have given someone with diabetes a hard time. Dark barrel-aged maple syrup can take on some really savory notes. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't think it's as sugary as I would expect. Maybe they did take the syrup out, or the dark maple syrup. I know they have different gradients for maple syrup, and all that. Last year, I got like a nice set of like all their A, B, C, D, or whatever. I don't even remember how the grading, or it was AA or something. Don't know how the grading works. I just remember I had like a maple, like real maple syrup that was graded in the different mini bottles. Really like the dark stuff though. However, maybe they're dumping the barrels, letting them sit for a good amount of time. Then they are recharring them, or they are completely removing or letting that thing completely dry out before they add the whiskey in. So it's not sugary. Because literally, I think if you dump the barrel, and it's going to take a long time to get all that maple syrup or honey out of that barrel, to fully get it out of there. And it could be considered, brain thinking here, if you do take a honey barrel or a maple syrup barrel and it's freshly dumped, still has stuff all over the barrel, technically you're not adding anything into it. You're just putting into a new container, which happens to have a lining of maple syrup or honey on there. See where I'm going with that? It could be a flavored whiskey from that point. I don't know how it sits in the laws. However, it could be a very touchy subject because you're not really adding anything. You're finishing it. See where I'm going with that? Was recently Woodinville. They have a maple syrup, not sweet. It is wonderful. Woodinville has a maple syrup. Wait, an actual maple syrup at the distillery, or a maple syrup finished whiskey? Kind of curious now. The mini barrel. So actually, I took the mini barrel out of my room. I put it outside on the deck. I have a deck or patio, not a patio. It's a deck. Overlooks the rest of my backyard. I put the barrel out there to kind of get more heat into it. Because right now it's kind of in the AC, kind of like it has fluctuations between 80 to about 55, 60 degrees throughout the day. And I thought about putting my attic where it's going to have probably 90 to 100 degree fluctuation, or 100 degree down to like 55, maybe 60 fluctuations every single day. I tried it. Just a well-rounded Elijah Craig. That's where it's at right now. But yeah, I put it outside, and I want to fill that barrel up with honey, and then finish it with Elijah Craig in it. Actual maple syrup. Do you have some waffles or some pancakes with it? I love me some waffles. And I love myself some Waffle House. If you've never been to a Waffle House at 2 a.m., you have not lived yet. But I do love Waffle House, guys. Man, that sounds good, but it is hot. The way it pulls in your cheeks, it's just like a wine, like all the tannins and everything. It's like, it's just a phenomenal experience. Time of the Cat's Eye Fortune here, finishing port one. And it's like my inside of my lips, kind of like has a slight tingle, and I love it. They're offering the maple syrup at the conclusion of the tasting. So good, bought 2 bottles along with some whiskey. Nice. I did get to, okay. Sorry, Dawn. Didn't mean to tap on yours. Just kind of moved up. I did do a Woodinville barrel pick. I didn't slap my name on it. I was just happy to be one of the people to taste it with them when they did the pick at Cypress Craft Beer. Got the thing on talk with those guys, and they have a lot of cool stuff coming out. And we got to talk about a few of the stuff. I haven't really seen a lot of the stuff. Austin has a lot of cool stuff coming out too. But yeah, no, I love maple syrup. I love waffles and pancakes. 2 different styles, but I do love me some waffles. A good maple syrup is one that you can Pair it with brown ale and green apples to use on a glaze on pork. Well, I feel like I need to do some cooking here soon because you're making me hungry. I already had some tacos today. However, tomorrow is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Is it May 5th, right? Cinco de Mayo's May 5th, right? I think. Gotta have some tacos. There's one taco I really want to eat. Right here. Wink. Whew. I inhaled when there's a little bit still in my mouth. I was just like breathing in fire. There's only 119 proof in it. Tastes like that. Maybe it's the sugar content that's really like bumping it up like that. Donald, send me some recipes. And I keep forgetting, I need to film a video making my banana Foster flambe, which is phenomenal. I haven't done it in a while. I need to get some bananas and do that. I do love making pancakes. I should make them with waffles. But I feel pancakes are the best thing to do banana flambe. Well, for breakfast. I do love breakfast. Who doesn't love breakfast? You can have breakfast whenever you want. Breakfast items are a great thing to eat. Especially waffles and pancakes. Now I really want to get a waffle maker just like the one they have at Waffle House. Yeah. That's where my life is right now. Because I want to have some Waffle House. I sure hope this weekend I get to go try some Waffle House somewhere. Or get to go to Hawaii. Won't complain about either of them. It's just phenomenal. Hot. It's good. Since it's sat now for about 50-ish minutes, it's a lot more presentable, drinkable, and palatable. I still feel they poured like a gallon of port in there with this batch. Crepes are great for banana Foster. Yes, they are. I will love to make some banana Foster and some crepes. My mom is the one left up for doing crepes. So what I may do is actually do a video of her making her crepes. She does a very good job making crepes. However, it is like a very traditional crepe recipe, made like real crepes. However, she made a mistake one time when she was making the crepes. She was pouring the sugar, or I can't remember what happened. I think she was pouring the sugar from the bag into the measuring cup, and I think a glob of sugar fell into the mix. And what she did, it just went with it and made them. And they had this nice crispy, crunchy, like, characteristic to them. Phenomenal. Like, when you fold them over, like, they didn't really, like, when they're hot, when you fold them over, they won't crunch. But once they kind of cool down, they have, like, a nice, like, crisp crunch to them. Almost like those, very thin waffle cookies. Kind of that characteristic, but still had the nice, soft, fluffy part of it. Really, really, really enjoy it when she did that. And she kind of, like, puts in a little more sugar now when she makes them. Phenomenal. So I'll probably do the banana Foster and she makes the crepes. Do a video of that together. Sound like a good video. What's up, Dork? Coming in late. I dozed off and missed the majority of the hour here. Well, I had to push it up and it fell right down. Oh well. Thank you for joining, Marshall. Thank you for being here. It's all good. You're probably playing your games while you're watching this anyways. You do you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. All right. I'm sure just headed home from work. Man, you're still on the metro. I am sorry. Good old. So, Donald, you may ask. A family friend of mine, divorced. I think. I can't remember if they're married or not. They're kind of like friends of their friends' families. Ex-husband slash sperm donor slash father of one of their childs. Kind of just gave up all the rights, but still have to pay alimony and like child support. But he's moving to Canada. He says he doesn't have any money. I don't think that's going to work anymore. I don't know. You got any information on that? I'm kind of just curious. He's moved to Canada, and there's like no way for him to make him pay that. I don't think, because once he's up there, he's kind of we may not be able to come back in the U.S. or once he gets back in the U.S., he's going to have to pay that back. I don't know. Forget that. Don't even need to go into topic. Woo, that port is phenomenal. Back to the maple syrup finish. So I think this is like Prohibition Craft Distillery or something like that when I put it in. What it says is PCS. So I think that's Prohibition Craft Distillery Distilling Company, if I'm not mistaken. So the label on the back, which sometimes give you some more of the information, is covered up by this maple syrup. Actually, here, we can get a better view of it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Phenomenal tater sticker, to be honest. However, yeah, no, there's nothing on there. It said that PCS, whatever that means. Man. I didn't think it was that big enough for you to grab onto. I think all Nulu tastes hazmat. Okay, so is that it? So this is the very first. I've had Nulu before, but it wasn't single barrel or barrel proof. Is it barrel proof? Yeah, no, this is. It doesn't. It's just. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about barrel proof. So I don't think the one I had was very high in that. So yeah. Is he moving to Canada? He might still need to pay. Where is he moving to? The BS meters will go off depending on where he moves to. Do not know. His new girlfriend slash wife, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what his plans are. Lives in Canada and he's moving up there to be with her. I got really good tweezers. You need some help, buddy. You need some help. I don't think Canadian healthcare can help you with that either. Woo, a zinger. And also, he's given up complete parental rights of the kid. Besides, he wants like he wants a summer with him. But I'm like, really? Good luck with that. I just found out this over dinner tonight. Literally tastes like a fortified wine with hazmat. Or not hazmat, with light whiskey. But the ratio to light whiskey to wine is, so whiskey is about 90%, 10% wine. Every last drop of that. Phenomenal. Let's go back to the maple syrup or the maple barrel finish. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, crap. I got 6 seconds. All right. I want to say thank you again for joining in, and once again for joining me on a live stream. And welcome back, because I'm back. I was going to say another choice of words. However, I did not want to say that on the internet. I'm back, and it starts with a B and ends with the itches. You can kind of round up on what that means or what I'm trying to say. And now, since stream is over, I'm going to enjoy some Ozarks, maybe a little bit of YouTube first, making sure there's no new content I need to watch. And I'm out, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're here, why aren't you subscribed already? Or shouldn't you already be subscribed? I don't know. But click that thumbs up. Do that kind of cool stuff. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. May the best of your past. May the worst of your future. And, Marshall, enjoy those tweezers while you can. Cheers. See you next time.